Hello, and welcome. I'm Svenja from Svenja Christina Photography, and I love photo editing. Has this ever happened to you? You're working on your image, and all of a sudden, it's like your eyes have been opened, and you see a part of an image that is really distracting, and you cannot unsee it anymore, and your eyes are constantly drawn to it. Can you relate? Or am I the only one this happens to? Well, it happened to me, and I'm going to show you how I fixed it. I blurred that part out and I used only Lightroom to do it. And yes, you heard that right. Lightroom only. Are you ready to find out how I did it? Come with me. You can absolutely blur a background in Lightroom. However, it will never be as smooth or as creamy or as out of focus as Photoshop allows you to. So I want to show you how. Check out this area right here. Originally, it was in focus. See? Right here. It was just an accident the way this image was shot, like the focus point was me right here. It was showing everything that was on this focal plane where I was sitting. So you can see the crumbs underneath the table. This is our dining room table. So we sit here to do our homeschooling work. And it was early in the morning and we were working right away and didn't clean up yet from breakfast. So not everyone in the world needs to see the crumbs on my floor. So I want to hide them somewhat, or at least get them less in focus, less sharp, and less drawing attention. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click in the brush, and I made a brush here. What affects sharpness is contrast, clarity, and of course sharpness. So we're going to take this down. Let's start with 50 first. And we're going to start painting over this. So we're going to start right here and see how it's brightening up. All these tools, if pulled in the opposite direction to not sharpen but to de-sharpen, brighten it. You can see that here. The slider goes lighter, lighter. And here you can't really tell. This is like, don't go there. It's too sharp. It doesn't look good. So to me, this doesn't look nearly strong enough, so I'm going to adjust my settings, and I'm going to also play with the texture. I'm going to take the texture and I'm going to see what it does. I'm going to turn it down because I really don't need texture there. I'm also going to go down all the way on the clarity, and I'm going to try and see what dehaze does. Maybe I can do a little bit dehazing. See, it makes it lots brighter. Right here is fine. And I'm also going to play with the sharpness. Going to take it down much further. And now it's getting quite blurry. And we need to do something about the brightness. So I'm going to take the exposure and just pull it down, because the darker it gets, the more it hides. And do you see any crumbs left under my table? No, I have nice and clean floors now. Oh well. At least that's what I'm making everyone believe. No, in reality, I do have pretty clean floors because we're barefoot most of the time, and I really don't like when I'm walking around and I have crumbs sticking underneath my feet. Not fun. But so I would keep it as is right now, and I'm going to show you the before and the after. So this is the before. Lovely crumbs everywhere. And this is the after. I hope this little trick is helping you if you need to take the attention away from something that you don't really want to have blatantly glaring in your image and drawing the focus and really not adding much to it except distraction. So yeah, play around with the contrast sliders, the texture slider, the clarity slider, the sharpness slider. Play with them, see what they do. Don't go overboard. Like here, it is an area where I really don't care for. I don't want it in focus, and actually what I should do, I should probably apply that over here as well. Otherwise it looks a bit strange. Just over here, because you know Vienna is out of focus, and you can also apply it over the... No, I can't apply it over the chair. See? Ooh, that wouldn't be good. So I'm maybe even going to erase parts of it with 50-ish% flow right over here to blend it a bit better. There. Okay. This is what I would do to fix blur issues or non-blur issues. Well, this was a quick and easy fix in Lightroom, wasn't it? Now you know which sliders to use in order to achieve more blur in your images. And feel free to play around with your sliders in order to achieve the best results for your own images. You can use my settings as a starting point, but please play around because they're not the one and only and true and tried values. It depends on the image, it depends on how big the size is, and on a lot of other factors. So I hope you learned something in today's video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I would also love it if you would subscribe to my channel and become a part of my YouTube family that way. If you have any questions for me on what you would like to see me edit, or any editing related questions at all, or you just want to say hi, please drop a comment in the box below, and I look forward to reading them. I'll see you next week, and in next week's tutorial I'm gonna talk to you about how to achieve a dreamy magical glow in your images. Who doesn't want a dreamy magical glow? I'm gonna see you next week. Until then, bye bye. Lightroom. Yes, you heard that right. Yes, you heard that right. I hope you found this video helpful. Okay, I think that went well. Hopefully.